we're going to race. Episode of Heartbreak Garage. It's 2024. The Freetech season's almost upon us, and before we get into the shed, I've got to tell you of some help we've got in form of a sponsor this year for the up and coming season. So Hands-On Research is sponsoring us, and they provide regulatory expertise in medical devices, especially clinical evaluations. So that's what they do, and they're helping Heartbreak Garage have an even better Freetech season. And with that all done, it's off to the shed to make this bike what it needs to be. Welcome to this episode of Heartbreak Garage, and this is the 2024 push for the Freetech Endurance. Our little 125 White Lightning is not well after 2023, and we killed her in Pembury and she took a right beating. We managed to finish, but things weren't well. So I've got boxes of parts everywhere, batteries, carburetors, other stuff, exciting times. This time we're going to strip her down and make a list and see exactly what we got to get done. So if it don't fit, don't force it, and follow me on my adventure to make this year even better than last year. Right, so this is a Heartbreak Garage public service announcement from, well, at the beginning. This is my lad Cody, our star rider. You can see by his face, welder fabric, comes straight from work. But as you can see, he's come straight from work and he's in full leathers. Now he rides a motorbike every single day. He goes to work on it, he commutes on it. But even though he's going to work, he's still got full leathers, knee sliders, boots, gloves, helmet, the lot. If you're riding your motorbike for work, not even just on the racetrack, but all the time, you want to be fully kitted out like our Cody. He doesn't get on a bike unless he's properly prepared, do you, son? No. So we're going to get ready, and first of all, we're going to get rid of the seat unit, the fuel tank, so we can see exactly what's going on.
Mint.
Right, it's time to get it stripped, and first of all, the seat is gone. We've got different things going on. The battery's out of it. I drained the coolant for the winter period. We're going to take this off, the tank off, and we've got loads of new bits to get on. So I'll bring you back once I've removed the tank and the rear seat thing, and let you know what's going on. Rusty Ranger, yeah. The Fonzie. Yeah. The Fonzie said he was coming, but then the Fonzie is yet to appear. So we might get a text off him, we might not. Look, YouTube, it's Roy.
Hello, YouTube. Cup of time.
Roy the boss. So Roy, how's things?
Better than Cody's fucking face. Covered in fucking violence.
Covered in grinding dust.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
What's the present, Gav?
So I haven't unveiled these yet much, but let's start with the small boxes.
Ooh.
Check this out.
Is that a pre-plan air filter that never works? Carburetor. Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, that's
brand new.
Look at that. Talk about airflow. Look, it's polished inside.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's our new
built-in choke as well, eh?
Yeah. Bearing in mind we've got less than 2 weeks till the first race.
Yeah.
You know, and I haven't got a throttle cable to fit that yet.
Right.
And we've got some spare jets and stuff.
Cool.
So we got that. Also, now then, this is
With a battery race.
A battery race.
Dry cell.
And she's a lithium dry cell. Feel the weight of that.
Shit.
Like, that is nothing. Have you ever felt a battery that light?
Actually, I've had turds heavier than that.
It's unbelievable. Feel that battery, Cody. Like, that is unreal, isn't it?
Put it on a scale, so how much it weighs.
We will do one day. Not today, though. We have also got... Put them on there, nice and safe. We've also got...
That looks really, really interesting.
Professional tyre warmers. And then we've also got... Loads of bubble wrap, but unwrap it, codes.
Oh yeah. Race can.
A proper PowerTech UK. Look, we've even got the sticker on it.
Wow.
For the Freetech exhaust, the only exhaust endorsed by the Freetech that's not the one that the manufacturer's spec. So, you know, and then we're going to unwrap the big box now, get the big guns out. So what's in the big box? It's very light, and light means fast. So this is direct from the skunk works of the Freetech shop.
Wow.
Wow. And it is...
Oh my god.
A carbon composite race rear seat unit. I believe it's made with the same materials that McLaren use to make their vehicles. So,
wow.
You know, and it's compared to all that on, like, all, hold on, that, and that is getting replaced by just that.
Cool.
And what I've got to do is cut the frame up and lose loads of frame material to get it to fit. Okay. So it'll be even lighter again. Plus all the plastics are going off the back and the locking mechanism and all that. Plus that lithium battery. Yeah. Plus a nibby race carburetor.
Oh, you've won.
I mean, you know, I mean, what more can you do? I'm giving Cody the tools to perfect his trade as a father, and I have had to jump through hoops. Some of this stuff has been bought by grandparents, and other parts of this stuff has been bought by me and Fonz, and then other stuff has been bought by our new sponsor, Hands On Research, Clinical Research, but they're helping us out, and I am chuffed to bits. Keep pile so far is the fuel tank, the airbox, a radiator. Roy's just here with some coffees
and Twixes.
And Twixes. And this is the bike so far. The wiring loom's coming out, and then you can take the exhaust off, and then we need to cut the frame and make a new seat mounting area, and then I need to get a front.
This is the hospitality area.
Look at the hospitality. Thank you very much, Roy. Okay. That's just fantastic.
Okay.
Over at Roy's Big Calf.
Roy's Courts, Mega Cafe.
Roy's Mega Cafe. So, yeah, well, thank you very much, Roy, for the rockstar access to your workshop. It's a bit more spacious than round the back of my house.
On your workshop.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the plan. We're going to stick with the standard rear shock for this year, I think. We're not going to update that yet because we haven't found the limits of things, and that's what I want to do. But we are going to put emulators in the front forks. So I did the YSS springs to non-progressive uniform springs, and there was a massive improvement. I also gave it a bit more oil in each leg just to firm it up a bit. And that was a massive difference. It helped with the dive no end. But now we're going to get rid of the oil bypasses in the tubes, and we're going to drill those holes out, and we're going to put emulators in. Right. So then hopefully they will then make the flow of oil on the upward and downward strokes much more uniform, and we can adjust them. The only problem is with the emulators in these forks is to adjust them, you have to remove them, and they're at the bottom of the fork leg.
Okay.
So you set them up close, and then you have to take it all apart to fine tune it. But we'll see how we go. But for now, I think we've got bigger cookies to crumble.
Fish to fry.
Yeah, exactly. So we're almost finished with a the pull apart. I have got another engine which is currently on my kitchen table in bits.
Seen that, yeah.
And Gemma was upset this morning. She's normally very understanding, but apparently the stink of motorcycle crank casings was a bit too much for her.
Should have fried your eggs in it, man.
I did yesterday.
Okay.
You know, but I'm waiting for a full gasket set, some bits and bobs to come for the spare engine. So last year we had no spare engine and we had a scrapyard engine in the frame. This year we're going to have 2 rebuilt engines, but that'll probably mean we'll just break down more.
Yeah.
You know, because we'll do all this and then we'll have a worse season than we had last year. But Cody's still working and we're all happy. Anyway, hours spent on the job, we can see the fruits of our labour. So, alright, Codes.
Yeah.
So now we need to. This is all going. It's all going, and then I got to take the wiring loom home and sit in front of the fire or the TV and go through this mess. And
don't get too close to the fire though, because you burn the loom.
Cut out what's not necessary, because basically this is just a road bike loom that I cocked and bodged to make it work for what I wanted, but now I'm going to make a Pacific loom for it to make it mint. So that's tonight's project when I get home, and we need to come back tomorrow with the welder. No, a TIG welder and the angle grinder and bits and bobs, and a plan or a drawing of what I'm going to do with the back end, because I need to shorten it and narrow it. So that's the plan, and me and Cody will do that. Happy days. So we've got quite a way into the bike now. It's stripped. This is the end of day 1 in Roy's workshop. Thank you very much, Roy, for the pleasure.
No problem.
Cody's ready for bed. And carbon fibre, and that's the pile of bits we got left over. So
Stick on shit.
we'll be back again tomorrow. I've got to drop a cylinder off to get honed at the machine shop, and I need to get 2 radiators to my radiator man to get them tested, and then we'll be back up here, and tomorrow we'll be doing the dissecting of the frame and the re-welding to make it ultra racy. So if it don't fit, don't force it. Right, so it is now Wednesday and we're racing not this weekend but next weekend, and I'm here, it's like about 3 o'clock because I get up early, so my shift finishes at 2, so well, just before 2, so I can be here for, like, you know, in the daylight, which is nice. Cody and Fonzie are still in work. Roy's apparently coming to see us, but here is the bike. And I went home the other night, sat in front of the fire, and reduced the wiring loom to essential parts only. So I'm going to do that, but first of all we're going to chop the bulk of this frame off and see what we're left with. So let's get that done. All in the new seat unit, and I think I'm going to cut these 2 brackets off and then cut straight down here, and then take it from there really. So that's going to be my first port of call. So we'll get all that cut, and then I'll have to work on whether I need to do anything extra for anything. Nice little rubber grommet there. Right, so first of all we're going to do that. We'll get the rear seat mounted up. Fonzie's coming with the welder when he finishes work so we can get it welded up. We'll lay the wiring loom in, get that all properly finished off, and then yeah, it's going to be cool. Just like mental, innit? Well, we've started now, so...
You need to be sponsored by someone who does zipper ties, Gaz.
Zip ties?
Yeah.
Well, there will be a lot of zip ties involved, I'm thinking.
Oh dear.
No, it'll go. It'll go. Just needs a bit more massage.
And then tabs off.
Well, I don't know yet. We'll figure it out, won't we? I think those tabs are going to stay because they're going to locate there.
I'll straight through the fucking chassis.
Well, that's the plan, because that there is going to go on there, and the other one's going to go on there. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is welded. That's welded.
It doesn't matter, we can weld it up.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just checking.
This is where I'm at. I've had to drill some holes and re-trim around there, but that's the rear seat unit fitted. I need to do some fabrication. I've had to cut that off, these off, and these off. So I've got bolts here to bolt it on. I'm going to make some carbon fibre infills for there or something, and we need to do some fabrication under there to mount it all on. And now we don't have a battery box, so I'm going to have to figure that out. So that's where I'm at. I'll just take the seat unit off to show you. It's pissing down again. I had to do some trimming on the seat unit as well, so it's a nice fit. So that's all I've got left at the moment. So we're going to have to join this to this and that to that, and then we're going to have to put something on here and here to go there and there, and then the battery should be here, but there's nothing there, so we've got to sort that out as well. No rear thing, and I'm going to try and repurpose this for my battery box and my... So it's nice and light anyway, so if I can cut all the shit out of it I don't want, then that'll be perfect. So I'm just going to eye it up and see whether it'll work. Come on, baby. Hiya, babe. I think that's going to work. Hi girls.
Hi. Hi.
You look a bit wet.
Yeah, just hard.
Look at what I've done.
Cool.
I'm cutting everything up. You're going to be on YouTube now.
Thanks.
So let's see how this all fits together. Hold on. So we're going to have to take a bit more material out of the seat unit. So I'm just going to mark it up by eye, just to make it good. Ooh. Just a tiny bit at a time. You don't want to go over the top here. Right, and then we're going to take a tiny bit more out of here as well. I think it's starting to snow again. So there we go. We'll just keep on trimming away at it gently. So yeah, it's snowing. You got me even in the picture. Okay. It's snowing now, so that's nice. Right, let's see if it fits a bit better. I'm going to try and get it to sink down as low as possible. Look at the snow. It's actually snowing. It's snowing and we're building race boats. And that goes on there. That goes on there. Goes on there, and I don't think it's going to sit much lower than that because of the way it's designed. That's how it's designed to go, so that's what we'll have to do, innit, Aves? Perfect.
I can't believe that it's snowing already.
I know. You might not be able to see it, but it's actually snowing. But it's melting immediately. Look at Ava's hair. Right, let's hope it goes away because I don't want to get called into work to fix gritters all night. So we need to get the seat unit lower, so there's more cutting needs to be done here. I'm sorry I forgot to record it. I fitted my chopped up wiring loom and it works. I've got spark ignition, everything I need, so that's cool. Fonzie's just arrived with some more bits and bobs and we're going to get it together. Removing stuff that is not necessary. Carnage is starting to happen even more. Like I said, testing my wiring loom, my homemade one, and it works. Fonzie's arrived, and Roy's there.
Right.
He's brought the TIG welder with him, and now we've just cut 90% of the rear subframe off, and we're going to start again because we can. And that's what we're going to do. So, how many days to go?
10.
Is it 10?
When you racing?
Next weekend.
30.
12th.
15.
12th's the Friday, we're racing Saturday.
Oh,
Right.
12.
13th. And we're number 13.
Yeah, about 14. 2 weeks.
Yeah, 13, 14 days, something like that. So. Right now, Fonzie's done a test pass, but we haven't got the right material, so I'm going to have to shoot off home, get some more material, and then we can make it work. So I'm going to go home and Fonzie's going to busy himself doing other preparations on the race bike. House and got some more box action, and Fonzie's leveling stuff out and making sure we're good, and we're going to make a quick little seat subframe. Now Fonzie's going to hold the camera for a second and point it at me for a second. It is recording. Now I must make an apology. I thought that the race was not this weekend, which is the bank holiday. I thought it was next weekend. So I thought we only had 1 weekend and 1 week to sort the bike out. Turns out it's not. It's the weekend after I thought it was. So that means I got 2 weekends and 2 weeks to do everything. So I was wandering around like a bear with a sore head thinking I'm not going to have everything I want done. So I apologise to my wife, Roy, Cody, Ava, Fonzie, everyone and the wider community for being a bellend because I was utterly annoyed. So there we go. Anyway, that's the only time you'll see me apologise. There we go. Sorry Fonzie, sorry.
It's alright.
I was just, my maths was not adding up in my brain. You know, happens. Fonzie, the master TIG welder, doing his thing. Beautiful job. That is so bright. I need to close my eyes. Fonzie welder extraordinaire TIG welding the back of the bike back together after we hacked it up. and it's actually going really well. I'm really chuffed with it. So yeah, we'll get the welding done because there's not much to see, and we'll bring you back when it's welded before paint. Right, so it's the next night and I can't stay long, but Fonzie's forging ahead, and then I'm going to do the wiring over the weekend. So Fonzie is the specialty welder, so we can't go any further until we've done the specialty welding by special people, for special people. So this is going to be our voltage rectifier, red rec. As I was saying, this is going to be our voltage. What was I saying?
Voltage rectifier.
That's going to be the reg
bracket
there, where we're going to put it, and that we're getting rid of that one. We're keeping the CDI and the coil pack where they are. That's going. We're getting rid of that. That's got to go as well. Fonzie's just making a bit of extra bracketry under there to support it with some angle iron, because there was nothing to support the back of the seat there, so I was worried that over time, with your arse bouncing on it, it'd flex and break off. So we're adding some extra support, and then he's going to drill all holes in it and make it lightweight. We're going to do that, weld that in, cut that off, get rid of that, and then do that, and that's going to be this evening's work, isn't it, Fonz?
That's it.
So once that's done, we'll be happy days, and then we can squirt some paint on it of the finest variety. We've got some here, I think. Is that it? Oh, all surface primer and some black paint, and then I can come over the weekend then, mount the airbox, mount the battery, do all the wiring, get the carburettor on, and forge ahead, do the cooling system and stuff like that. So that's the plan. That's the plan?
Yeah.
That's the plan. So if it don't fit, don't force it, and I'll bring you back when we've completed this and explain exactly how things have gone. And that brings this video to an end.